All right, back with five-star football recruiting, giving you guys the insight, the details on what the recruiting process looks like. Here with one of my 2027s, Carter Jones out of Virginia. 6'6". What are you weighing these days?
200.
285. So obviously a monster. This kid just picked up a monster offer. His first SEC to University of Georgia. Go Dogs. So definitely want to talk about that, my man. Definitely kind of want to get the feel of the experience. I know we had talked a little bit, and I just kind of want to hear more about, what that experience was like and what that experience was like, getting a Georgia offer. Not that any of the other offers that you have. I know you have a ton of
Yes, sir.
ACCs. West Virginia, first in the Big 12, just picked up recently as well. But not that the other offers are anything different. But I mean, you're talking about, the Bulldogs, and you're talking about getting an offer on campus at spring practice. So kind of tell me what the feelings were like when you got that offer.
Well, the intensity of practice was definitely there throughout their entire practice, and they definitely key in on straining. And after practice, I really didn't go into the visit expecting an offer at all. I just wanted to grow my relationship with Coach Sorrells and Coach Kirby Smart. And when they extended the offer to me, I really felt blessed.
That's got to be a crazy experience, my man. I
Yes,
mean,
sir.
it don't get much bigger than that. Sure, I know, they didn't finish where they wanted to this year, but, it don't get much bigger than that. Don't get
Yes,
much
sir.
better than that. So cool. So definitely want to kind of tap in as well on that experience that you were talking about. So I know you had told me some things about kind of how they ran practice, expectations of the recruits. So being a recruit at UGA practice, what does that look like?
Well, you get in there, they take your measurements, and then you go into their team meeting, and they're talking about the expectations at practice and what is expected before you even get to practice. They're talking about 100% effort, 100% intensity, and they just really want every single recruit to take in what it's going to take to be a Georgia football player. And even they had Coach Kirby Smart getting on some of the recruits that he saw on their phones. He didn't like that at all. He didn't tolerate that. He told him to hit the transfer portal already.
Crazy, dude, crazy. But I mean, it just goes to show you, my man. I mean, the details matter, especially when you're a recruit on a visit. Being on your phone, dressing to impress, the whole 9 yards. Just making
Yes,
sure
sir.
that I'm sure you've talked to a lot of big time coaches as well, and I'm sure they appreciate looking in their eyes, a good firm handshake, being as clear as you possibly can. Not that it's not nerve wracking being at a UGA practice. I'm sure the
Yes, sir.
intensity there was intense. But definitely the details matter, my man. So I also just wanted to ask you quick, in this process, having all these offers, being so blessed, I just kind of want to see, I know you have some faith, man. So I want to just, how has God been an impact to you on this? All glory to him. That's the typical saying, but I just want to kind of get a deeper feel about, your relationship with God, specifically Jesus, because, we're not just claiming God around here. We're
Yes,
Jesus
sir.
followers. So want to just kind of get your input on that, my man.
I grew up in a Christian family and I've loved Jesus ever since I was born. So I really just like to glorify him and his kingdom through my platform and everything that I have going on for me. And I want others to see God and seek God, and ask for his help, you know?
Yeah, and I don't think it's any surprise that you have the offers that you have and you have exploded, the way that you have. When you first came to us, I knew you were a talented player. I knew you had it in you, but when you came to us, if I told you that this was going to be the case, this is where we were going to be in a couple
Yeah.
months, like I think it would have been, a very shocking thing. And typically we're always under promising and over delivering, but I mean, it can't get any more godly, God given than the experience that you've gone through, which is so cool, my man. It's so cool to see you have that faith and know that the platform that the Lord gives you is for His glory, and that's just absolutely awesome. So I want to also kind of touch base. Before you had came to us, you had picked up some offers freshman year at summer camp. So
Sir.
I just want to have you speak to some freshmen maybe this year, maybe freshmen, even sophomores, who are looking to pick up their first summer or their first offer at summer camp and just kind of share that experience and share how you were able to get those offers as such a young player at summer camp.
Yes, sir. Of course. My coach had a few coaches from some of these local schools come out and talk to me at school, probably springtime like it is now last year, and, shake their hands. And then they invited me out to camp, and I went out to camp, ODU, first college camp, went there. The next day they called me and offered me on the phone. So that was a really exciting experience for me. And then I went to a few other local camps and picked up some offers, and I got, You have to perform at these camps after, and you want to have a good relationship with the coaches prior to going there to their camps as well.
Sure. And I mean, look, you were a big kid and you weren't going to all these crazy big camps. You were sticking local.
Right.
You were attacking local schools. Some of your first offers, William and Mary, BU, Liberty, these were your first offers, man. So I think that's a very good point for a lot of young kids as well, too, man. You don't need to travel across the country to get offers, especially your first ones. The easiest ones that you're going to get are the ones that are in your backyard at the smaller schools, FCS, G5. So if you're somebody who doesn't have offers, who has the talent, the size, and the ability, make sure you're definitely hitting up the local camps first. Gonna save some money and save some time in that process as well. But kind of last question here, my man. So I know, we work very close together. I know for a fact that even though you have the offers that you have, you are still going after this. You are still DMing coaches. You are still going after this. Like you're just as hungry,
Sir.
for your first offer, which I think is awesome. And I think it's a testament to your work ethic. Not because you're trying to stack offers, but because you're genuinely interested in every one of these programs who decides to reach out and show love to you. So tell me what you're doing in order to, continue getting interest, getting in touch with these coaches.
I message coaches that follow me, and them following me lets me know that they're showing interest in me and they have interest in me possibly playing there one day. So I like to send them a message like, "Hey, coach, thank you for the follow. Please reach out to my coach. I'd love to visit sometime." And every message I send, I would love to visit. Sometimes I can't visit, that maybe that season, but maybe in the summer I could come down for a visit. And I already have some visits planned out, and every visit I plan, I'm gonna stick to because they took the time to get me there. So I'm gonna take the time to go to every single school.
Absolutely, my man. Got a crazy busy spring. And I think that's something else too. Another good coaching point is that he's still going after it. He's still going out to these visits. Like realistically, right now, if he wanted to hold off on all these visits, he would still continue to get offers. He would still continue to rise, as a top prospect. But he's really showing respect to these programs who have reached out to him, and he's putting the miles on the vehicles, all spring, making
Sure.
sure he's getting to these visits and meeting these coaches in person and showing genuine interest. He's not just out here stacking offers. He's really putting in the work, and he's not full yet. He's still hungry. He's still going out there and still exploring new schools, because at the end of the day, you want to find the best fit for you. And
Sir.
UGA might not be the best fit for you. Alabama might not be the best fit for you. Tennessee might not be the best fit for you. So it's very important that you go out there and do that work yourself, not chasing logos, but really developing relationships and making sure that you're going to be at a place for 4 years that you love, ideally. So last thing, my man, I just kind of want to get a little bit of, a testimonial on what Five-Star Football Recruits has done for you, what I've done for you. Obviously, we're in
Sir.
all the time, but, for somebody who, maybe is in a similar situation to you, who may need help, kind of explain how we've been able to help you.
Of course. I got with Five-Star Football, I want to say early November of my sophomore football season. Since then, my recruitment started to explode. Coach Isaac helped me with reaching out to coaches, telling me what to say, help be my middleman, help me with all these things, making some posts, making some content for me, and it's been great.
And it's very important, especially for the very rare, 27s out there, 28s out there, freshmen and sophomores, even potentially eighth graders who are going to blow up. Like, you guys can't directly communicate with college coaches, but they can communicate through your head coach. A lot of you guys play at really big schools, really talented schools. That's great. They can communicate through your head coach. You could hire somebody like me. They can communicate through your parents, your dad, your mom, anybody. As long as they're not directly communicating to the athlete, they can communicate, and that's how you guys can be, in your recruitment process early, starting to stack interest and offers early as well. But for those who, are sophomores and freshmen who aren't getting the looks, it is far from too late, man. I have 26s juniors who came out of their junior year with no offers and have over 15 offers right now. So it's not too late. You could pop at any moment, but very blessed to have you here, Carter. I appreciate you
Yes,
hopping
sir.
on, my man. But this is a kid to look out for. This is a kid who, if he does the right thing, stays healthy, and Lord willing, it's always Lord willing, could be a guy who's playing on Sundays eventually. So very exciting kid to watch. I'm imagining he's going to have, a very big spring here coming up after that UGA offer. But very important insight here. But thank you so much, Carter, for hopping on, my man.
You're welcome.
And do you have anything else to say to the people?
No, sir. Thank you very much.
All right, bro. Well, hey, God bless. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure to sub to the channel for more insight on the recruiting process.